website is blog.ascendotraders.com, where we focus on making effective video technical knowledge trading plans on a daily basis. As most of you know, we like to start our series off with a little bit of humor, and here we have a person saying they need to borrow from their 401k in order to get money to pay the parking meter. And I thought this was appropriate because I think about my time in education, being a teacher for 10 years, and knowing how frustrating it is to watch, my brother, who's a tech guy, make 5 times as much as I was making as a teacher, athletes and movie stars making $20 million, yet the people who impact the future and mold our children get paid pennies compared to what these people do. Why is that? And in this, now when you look at a lot of the economic climate going on and teachers getting furloughed and, we're affecting education. That's unbelievable to me. But I digress. So I was always an entrepreneurial guy, had websites, had businesses, and promoted step shows and parties and stuff like that. But when I read the Rich Dad Poor Dad book by Robert Kiyosaki, it kind of pointed me towards, real estate and the stock market. But I believe that trading for a living is better than a real estate. Now, I was a realtor for 6 years too. And look to get back into real estate, not necessarily being a realtor. But some of the things that make trading for a living the best way to go is because there's an unlimited income potential. You can do that in real estate too. But you got to have the clients to do that. You're in more control of that potential to make or lose. Now, keep in mind, you can lose money. Do not have a rose-colored glasses. You can lose money too. Small capital requirement. Same thing in real estate. You got to just pay your fees and take your classes, and you're okay. And in the stock market, there's small capital startup too, depending on your trading style. A low overhead. Now, with stock market, as a trader, you have some subscriptions, and that's basically it. Your internet. We'll go over more of that in a minute. And with real estate, now again, you have your fees depending on your broker, monthly, yearly. No advertising costs in the stock market. As a realtor, I remember paying up to $1,000 a month trying to advertise and get my face out there so I can get more clients. No advertising costs in the stock market. And no employees, although as a realtor, I try to work with family, and that's another story. But with trading for a living, you're by yourself, and you make your decisions. You don't have to worry about other people impacting your success or failure. No products to buy, sell, manufacture, inventory. I've still got all my signs, my open house signs and sold signs, and no time that I had to go out and promote myself, and none of that with the stock market. No customers, tenants, or clients. With my properties and whether people did pay or didn't pay the rent, and clients, and whether or not they did or did not buy a house as you walk them through the process or sell their house. You don't have to worry about that. Again, you are in control of your own destiny, and there's no boss, no broker telling you to, sell, and you are, again, in control of your destiny. Now, my emphasis is on the small account folks because, as I said before, I was a trader, a teacher. And so what we did is we put this together as a series to try to help those small account folks get into trading. And so first thing we did is we kind of talked about the different investment styles, Forex, futures, stock options, all of that. And we chose futures as the best investment vehicle. A lot of that is because of that small startup as far as margins for your accounts. Then we developed a trading plan that focused on futures and how to make money with futures. We also had a video about what broker you should choose, and the supplies that you need to be a trader, and then practice. The step that's one of the steps that's most overlooked is people just want to put money right in, but you got to practice. And then after you proved your system successful, you can now implement your trading style and make adjustments towards depending on the current market conditions. Now we're going to stay right here and picking your supplies as we're talking about the trading tools for futures and day traders. Now, when I think about that, what do people need as they get into the stock market? Well, first and foremost, they got to develop a core market knowledge, and again, that's your educate yourself. And since we're talking about futures, there's the ES, S&P, the YM, the Dow Jones, and the NQ for the NASDAQ. You got to educate yourself and decide which one's the best. Now, we chose the YM as the best futures vehicle. Then you have to develop your trading style. Are you going to be an intraday? Are you going to be a day trader? Are you going to be 3 days, a week, whatever it is? What is your trading style? And usually that's about matching up your risk tolerance and your investment goals. Now you can develop a trading system, and that's where you're putting your strategies that when you're going to buy and when you're not going to buy. All of that helps you to become a successful trader. But again, today we want to talk about our tools. And what are some things that you're going to need? Well, as first and foremost, you need a trading system. You need to have a reason why you're buying, a reason why you're selling, and a way to manage your money. You got to choose a broker. You got to have a charting platform, and you need to have your subscriptions. And that's what our video today is about. So let's start with that trading plan. And first up, we have a great futures trading plan. And what I like about this plan is, first of all, as far as charting, a lot of it goes with Thinkorswim. You guys know I like Thinkorswim. So it attaches up with some of the free charting that you can get from Thinkorswim, which is great. And also, you can see kind of through the mindset of trading for a living, small accounts, working from home. The pitch is kind of the same thing that lines up with my mindset, so that's what I really like about it. And again, this is something that's hard for my parents to understand about. You make money when the market goes up and goes down. One of the great things about futures, and you can click on some of the links to see some of the examples, but you gotta go ahead and pay the full price in order to get the charts and the setups, so you can get a taste before you actually sign up for all. And of course, there's some great recommendations. So now we got to find a broker to trade our futures trading system with. And we've got a great post on our blog.signaltraders.com on choosing the right futures broker. And we have a great comparison, nice little tables for you. MF Global, Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Infinity Futures, Global Futures, and Apex Futures. And one of the reasons we chose Global Futures as our preferred broker is, of course, you get the 20 free contracts, but the leverage. Why do we choose futures? Leverage. And Global Futures is the only one that has the 300 a day, intraday, e-mini margin. So if you're going to go with the leverage of futures, you got to go with the best one. So let's take a quick look. Just go ahead and click the link off of our site. And you're taken to the page for the sign up in order to get the 20 free contracts. But let's go ahead and take a look at the platforms. And you can see with Global Futures, they got the NinjaTrader, which is very popular, Turbo Trader, GS Trader, which is a 300 a day intermediate account. So they've got all of the platforms, but again, you want to take that leverage that Global Futures can provide. So now we're going to talk about the subscription you need. And one of the first one you need is a charting platform. I mentioned that I use Thinkorswim for my intraday charts, which is good. But I need to do some things for the end of the day, especially for my non-futures, specifically stocks type scanning. And that's what this platform is all about. You have the ability to scan and set up criteria, come up with a good list of stocks so that you can cut down on your research time each day. And also to have a great supportive website that helps you come up with your own scans. My scans, if you search my name, is there. So that's why you need a good platform to scan and filter out your stocks. And this platform in general is great because of the support that they offer through their website. Another subscription to consider is a futures trading room. And you can get there right off of our website by clicking on this image right here. Now you might be asking yourself, why do I need a futures trading room if I have your futures trading plan? Two reasons. Many people will tell you it gets lonely out there, so it's nice to have somebody out there. If you're going to have somebody out there that you're going to be trading in with, it's good to have someone that's proven. And here you can see this great proven track record each day trading basically about 3 contracts and using Global Futures. That's about $900 investment. That's ignoring the risk reward and all the other stuff that you'll have to watch the other videos to get to. But you can see this great track record that you can have here in a great futures trading room that Alex leads on a daily basis, and you got a great 10-day trial at $30. And the final subscription that we're going to talk about is about developing the right mindset. And although you've got a trading plan and you've got a chat room to help, you still need to have the right mindset to help you click the entries and exit. And so we have a great system here that we can share with you. We'll click on this off the blog. And you see it takes you to the mindset for a trader, endorsed by Dave Elliott, a great technical analysis trader, Ron Anari, a great options trader. and there's a great 5-part series that you can get for free. But again, this is about developing the right mindset for trading that allows you to overcome the emotional mistakes that ruin and wipe out your account. So we're about out of time. Remember, we believe futures is the best investment vehicle, and we've got a great video basic trading series on that. We've talked about our intraday E-mini broker, lowest $300. Can't beat that, 20 free trades. We talked about our scaling ability and why you need to have a good charting platform, and our futures trading advice, great chat room, 10-day trial at $30. The futures trading plan, again, great educational videos, a turnkey trading system. But most importantly, remember, there is a risk of loss, and the trade at your own risk. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.